G'day. How are we all doing? Good morning and welcome to Thfc Till I Die. And Mia, do you want to say hello to your channel?
Hello, put the shrimps on the barbie, mate.
Yeah, this is a joint stream between us, THFC Till I Die, and Spurs Between the Lines, as we celebrate the thunder from down under. The man with the wallaby. He is here. He is coming. Philip, how are you this morning? I've woken up just about 10 minutes ago with a very sore head, but boy, am I buzzing now. And I've
Yeah.
been saying it since last week, by the way, in Ange we trust. And Mia, I haven't jinxed it.
Don't say that yet. We haven't got him over the line quite yet. So let's
Yeah,
not.
I can
get ahead of
confirm we
ourselves.
have. I can confirm we have got him over the line. I'm 1,000% confirmed.
Let's hope for your sake, Dermot, Spurs don't change their sponsor next year
Sure.
to Foster's.
It was actually white red wine I was drinking, white 7
Oh,
for
okay.
so fair enough.
Right,
Yeah, guys, good morning. Hello, welcome. We finally have manager after day 70.
72, I think.
72.
2 or 3, yeah.
Do you know the search for a new manager has got himself his bus pass? He's now reached the grand age of 70. We're now into 72, so maybe he can retire now. Philip, how are you with this news this morning? I'm absolutely buzzing.
Yeah, same here. I mean, he's been kind of on the fringes for the last month or so. People mentioning him, especially I have to say Paul in Australia there has been banging this boy's drum for months, and now he's finally got his man. So I'm actually delighted. What I will say to Spurs fans is, 2 years ago, Postecoglou came to Celtic. Celtic were in a similar position that Spurs are at the minute. Rangers had just won the title for the first time in years. They were in disarray. And the outburst from the Celtic fans was, who the hell is this guy? He'd be sacked by Christmas. They're not saying it now.
People want to see what happened on Sunday, Mia. On Saturday, Celtic, of course, won the treble. Of course, me and Philip went live with our podcast saying they broke a record as well for winning the most trebles around the world. And wherever he has gone, Mia, he's been successful. So are you happy as a Spurs fan that Ange Postecoglou.
Postecoglou.
Look, I'm going to admit it. I got speech impairment. It's very hard for me to get big names around. Okay, it took me a few months to get Højbjerg right.
Let's just call him Ange. Let's call him Ange.
Ange the man. Ange the man.
Ange the man.
But how are you buzzing this morning, Mia? Because I know you were on before us, and I know any news I was given to you. So hopefully you got this little bit out this morning. But are you buzzing?
Yeah, I'm really happy. I think that he gives me really good vibes, like, you know, a Poch-esque, Redknapp-esque, Joel-esque type of manager that's going to come in and love the club. And I think we're going to fall in love with him because he's very charismatic. And I think that is really important. And I think the players are going to be on board with him. I think there was I don't know if anyone see an interview with one of the players. You would run through brick walls for him because you just loved him. You got that feeling from him, and I feel like that's what we need because we didn't have that with Conte, and we didn't have that with Jose, and obviously the Garden Gnome just sat outside looking like he was fishing. So
it's back to the Poch era, the way I look at it.
Yeah,
the way the players will react. Yeah,
I agree.
I think it's a brilliant signing for us in so much as he's not a hugely big name as like comparing him to the likes of Luis Enrique or Nagelsmann or whatever. He hasn't managed huge clubs, but what this guy has done at Celtic has been nothing short of miraculous. And as you said there a second ago, players will go through brick walls for him. Celtic fans are absolutely gutted that he's leaving them. They really are gutted, you know. And I can honestly see, as long as the Spurs fans give him time. You know, he's not going to come in there and win the league in his first season. But I would say you give this guy time and you will be very, very surprised. And a lot of Spurs fans will be eating their words this time next year.
Yeah. Well, this is the breaking news, guys. I will get to the comments in a minute. Just let me bring you the breaking news here. It is let me take the logo off as well, actually. That's our new logo, but we'll go into more of that later. Understand that Tottenham have finally reached a verbal agreement with Ange as our next manager, being told it will be a 2-year deal with an option including for a further season, so potentially valid until June 2026. Next step to get it done, find a way with Celtic. The other bit of news is it's a done deal. He is basically my man, our man. Just find the details to sort out today. Being told any time in the next 48 hours for Ange. And this other bit of news I was given this morning. Real Madrid will look to make funds available to be able to attempt the signing of Harry Kane. Still not known if Kane wants to play his football outside of England. So, Philip, a lot to go through there.
Yeah.
Do you know, finally we've got our man. It's about time, isn't it? We've taken long enough.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is not the first time this has happened. I mean, look how long it took to get a replacement from Mourinho, and we didn't get that right. But I think we knew then we weren't getting it right. And a lot of fans this time don't think we're getting it right. And that has to be said. There was a lot of dissension amongst the fans. And I just can't really figure this out because, I mean, you look at the guy's history and he's done things everywhere he's been. I mean, he pulled the Australian team up by his bootstraps. He did wonders in the Japanese league and he turned Celtic into serial winners. So, just bear with me 1 second. Well, there's someone has to come in the door here.
Yeah, no problem. And Mia, look, it's a great appointment for us, isn't it? It really, really is. I mean,
it is. Do you know what I feel like mainly as well, Dermot, is that with Conte, we chucked money at him to come.
Yeah.
With Jose, we chucked money at him to come. They didn't have jobs, and we gave them a good amount of money to come. With Postecoglou, it's not like that. He wants to come. Yes, he's going to get better money, but he wants to come. We've got a manager that was already in a job, and he wanted to come to us. And I think that is vital. A manager that actually wants to come to us.
He's not doing us a favour, in other words.
No, he's not.
That's right.
Yeah.
A lot of people really excited about Ange coming. I mean, Jim says I'm excited about Ange. The more I read, the more I listen to people who have worked with him. I know it will all be good at Tottenham Hotspur. We've got we'll just work a few more people. Tony Powers. It says Ange was probably the cheapest manager Levy could get the fit. Now this comments like this, Philip, I do not agree.
Yeah, and we don't know what sort of contract he's on. We don't know how much he's paying him. The fact that he's out of contract with Celtic is completely neither here nor there. He would have come to us anyway.
Actually, isn't fully out of contract yet because it's a 12-month rolling contract. There actually is a little bit of money actually to pay.
I think there's 1 month left in it.
Yeah, something like that.
Tottenham Forever says he will get ruined like the rest. Unfortunately, I don't agree with that. I really don't agree with that. Do you guys, Mia? Do you agree with that?
No, I think that at the end of the day, you can view it in a negative light and say that, or you could see it as this is a new start, hopefully, to a better future for Tottenham.
I'll tell you one thing. I know any Aussies that I know, right, are straight talking, don't take any bullshit merchants, and I'm sure Ange is no different. So if Daniel Levy thinks he can browbeat this guy, is another thing coming.
Yeah, it's so true, Philip. I mean, how impressed have you been when he's done up at Celtic, Philip?
Well, I watch a lot of Celtic. I mean, I won't say I follow them as my second team, but I've always had a soft spot for Celtic. And I watched them 2 seasons ago when Steven Gerrard won the title for Rangers up there, right? And they were a shambles. He's come in now, and last season he won 2 out of 3 trophies, and it still kills him. It wasn't 3 out of 3.
I know.
And this season he came in and did the treble. And I watched the style of football. He's brought in players from the Japanese league. He's brought in players that under the radar that we've probably never even heard of. He's got a guy up there, a Japanese guy, Kyogo, I think his name is, scored 34 goals this season. And there's strong rumours that he's going to bring him with him. Yeah. Which would be a huge thing for us if he did.
I mean, out of that Celtic team, who would you bring? I mean, I would bring striker, who scored 35 goals this season, by the way.
Kyogo, yeah.
I would bring this captain as well, the Celtic captain. I would bring him. Would you bring back Joe Hart to Tottenham?
No.
I tell you why. He's done very well up in Celtic. And Mia, I'll go to you back to yours, Philip, but would you bring him back, Mia, as a backup?
No. I'd rather have Forster as our backup and then David Raya or whoever we're going to get in as our number one.
But would you bring anyone else from Celtic with him?
I'd bring Matt Riley.
Yeah.
That Jota?
Jota, and Matt Riley. Yeah. Now, the centre-backs at Celtic, one of them is one of our ex-players anyway.
Carlton Vickers.
you know?
Yeah.
And there's another guy, a big tall Swedish fella. I wouldn't be too keen on the centre-backs now, to be honest.
No.
Because let's face it, they've never really put up to any great stress up in the Scottish League.
No.
But I certainly would take their attacking players and their creative midfielder.
Look, come on. There's 59 of you in the house and they've only got 10 likes. Come on, hit that like button. Hit that subscription button and grab your memberships and grab your super chats as well. It does help us channel grow. Colin says, big up FTSM, Colin. And hard luck for Saturday. But look, it is what it is. You've won a trophy. You're in the Champions League. You've done far better than us this season. He says, I believe on a personal level that Ange will be Tottenham's Sir Alex. I just have this feeling. Philip?
Yeah, absolutely. Do you know something? It's only what now? The 5th of June. The close season is a month away. The start of the season is 2 months away. I am getting excited already for the start of the next season. That's what I feel about this.
Yeah. I mean, Mia Derville said to me last night, she said she cannot wait to see Tottenham play again. I mean, that's how I'm feeling. I can't wait for pre-season.
I think, right, that's what it is. For me, I think once we start playing better football, I think a lot of people get on board with this guy because I think we all haven't enjoyed watching our football for a while now, and it's just been awful. And I think having good football to watch is just that excitement going, yes, I'm going to go and watch Tottenham. And we had that with Poch, and look how much that made us happy. Look how it made us feel, and I think we're going to get that feeling back. And I can't help it. I'm getting this excited feeling in my belly. I'm getting a bit buzzing about it. I'm not going to lie. I really am.
Shamu said he played Real Madrid off the park for 60 minutes at Celtic.
They lost. They lost, but they played them off the park, man. That was absolutely immense in that game.
My spaghetti could be better, says watch Ange for 2 years. It could be a great or a disaster. No doubt he's tactically naive.
I don't think that.
No, I don't think
he's had a lot of experience. I think if you look back, I think that Celtic a couple of times did shut up shop a little bit when they did have a lead and they wanted to protect it, and he is able to do that. He does concede goals, however, but I don't think he's tactically naive considering how much experience he's got. Not at all.
Right. My heart thing's gone down quite well in the chat. I knew it would. I've got a poll up in the chat. Are you happy we got Ange? 74% said yes. 64% say no.
26%.
26 say no. 74 yes. 26 no.
Right.
So
I'd say that's about relative what we've been reading about. Yeah. A quarter of the fans don't want him.
No, I was watching the Celtic fan streams. They are devastated, and I say that
absolutely.
You saw them Saturday, guys, and how they were singing his name, and we said it Saturday, didn't we, Philip? Is he leaving? We sort of talked about it, didn't we?
The body language was there that he was.
Yeah.
The body language told you.
We played that interview, didn't we, with him talking afterwards. And Mia, look, it's a big wrench to leave somewhere where you're really successful to come down and start again from scratch. But do you think he is the man to take us to the promised land?
I think he's going to do a Poch-esque style. I think he's going to get rid of loads of players. He's going to play that exciting football. And I think give him enough seasons. And I think we will be pushing more so than what we have been in the last few seasons to get somewhere and win something. Definitely.
Big up Corey Boy. Philip, what do you say to Corey Boy's comment here? He says, come on, guys. This is Spurs. This is Levy the mug. We'll screw it up somehow and make it Spursy. I hate the word Spursy, by the way.
Yeah, listen, we've got to think at some stage along Daniel Levy's career, he's going to realise that he cannot make any more managerial appointments wrong, right? And I think Postecoglou is a strong enough personality that can get. Okay, I know it's his first gig in the Premiership and whatever, but as I said, this guy doesn't suffer fools any gladly. He will be as forceful as he needs to be, and I hope that his contract will give him complete control, or as much as complete control is, over team matters. Because he'll know what Levy is like. He's no fool. He'll have heard the stories. His agents will advise him what to do. So hopefully, is it a bigger level of control than the other managers have had recently? And even if he hasn't, that Levy is able to keep his mouth shut because the results will speak volumes. If we're playing well and winning matches, there's no need for Levy to get involved.
That's it. No, absolutely. I agree. I think that for me, it's not about the thing is money. I think isn't a problem because we have been spending money, Philip. It's just the spending it correctly. And Ange's
Spending
got a
around
good,
players.
Ange's got a good eye for players. So I feel like he's perfect. I feel like he will identify some good players that are not necessarily expensive, and that fits into Levy perfectly. So maybe we found the perfect person that actually does fit what Levy looks for, which is younger, not expensive players. So actually, it might be a really good combination. I hate to say that. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but to me, it seems like it fits well.
Yeah, it does. And you know what it's like? I'll compare this to the Brighton model. The Serbians come into Brighton there and brought in players that nobody's really ever heard of. And look what they've done, playing the best football in the Premiership for the latter end of the season there. And if Ange can bring a couple of the guys down from Celtic, and they'll not be huge money, then you're quite right, Mia. This may be manna from heaven for Levy, whereas a manager that can buy players at reasonable prices and actually this time buy the players that do something for the club instead of just enhance their own bank balances. Are you there?
Yeah, sorry,
It's true.
Yotta.
Yotta will be a very good player to have, all right. We need centre backs. Yes, we do. No, a morning, almost Wayne Barn, a morning, just taking a cheeky break from work. What have I missed? An absolutely hell no to Joe Hart, exactly. No Joe Hart or Carter Vickers. No, we know that. And that's nothing that Brighton were actually after him before they appointed De Zerbi.
They were.
So we're not the first club to come after him. I don't know why he didn't go at that stage. Maybe it's because it was during a season.
Yeah, it's because it was halfway through a season. He didn't want to go. But we all say about how good Brighton's scouting is and how they get good managers in. If Brighton wanted him, does that not show you? Actually, that's exciting. If we want to be more like Brighton, they wanted him. So that tells me that he is a very good manager.
I'll tell you, if we played anything like Brighton, been playing the last 2 months, I'd be more than happy. I mean, they have been playing brilliant football. You know, just what we want to see, you know, and if that's the case, bring it on. Like, I know the guy's going on holidays now. I would say this day, 2 weeks, he'll be back, and that's when the new regime starts. And if I was a Spurs player that's a bit unsure about their future, I would be slightly worried at the moment.
Yeah.
Like the likes of Davies and Dyer. Oh, excuse me. I have hay fever at the moment, which isn't great. Excuse me again.
Yeah, I get the same.
Pollen count is so high at the moment. So anyway, let's see. Wayne, I bring Celtic's trophy cabinet to the lady. Yeah, I wonder could you bring that with him as part of the deal? Oh dear. So let me see what else have we got here. I don't know where Dermot's gone. He seems to.
I don't know. It also, Colin has put it right at the bottom. I know you're going through the comments, but City wanted him as well. They were looking at him a little bit too to replace Pep because they weren't sure if Pep was going to stay. Does that not tell you everything you need to know?
Absolutely.
Like,
yeah.
That's just,
absolutely.
Nagelsmann's been linked to PSG. Let him go to PSG. Let him go because that's what Poch thought. He'll go PSG and he thought he was going to be the big wig. And it ain't easy at PSG. They're such a tough team to manage. They're not easy at all.
The ego level at PSG is through the roof. Unbelievable.
No, that's it.
So Pochettino couldn't handle it. We'll see what Nagelsmann can do, you know. And just when we're talking about Pochettino and one of his ex-players, did you see what Toby Alderweireld did yesterday in Belgium?
I know.
It was the most amazing story. I'll just go through the timeline on this. I think this is just incredible. In the Belgian league, there was three teams in for the title. On 89 minutes, Union Saint-Galois were the champions based on the scores yesterday. 91 minutes, Genk were champions because they were beating Antwerp. 94 minutes, Toby Alderweireld nearly busted the net with a 20-yarder, and Royal Antwerp are champions. The team he played for when he was a kid. So it's absolutely brilliant, and well done, Toby. It's great to see him getting the trophy. It really is.
Sorry, I just had a phone call there to take care of. Sorry, it's been mad this morning because we've got more breaking news coming in, but I'm just waiting for it to get confirmed before I say anything. Welcome, few people in. Big up to Lazy 8. Big up, Nick. I hope you're doing well, sir. Big up to Kate Wrexham as well. I haven't seen her before. So big up, Kate. Welcome to the channel. It's great to see more ladies.
She's in my chat as well. So if you're not already subscribed, Kate, come over and subscribe to Thfc till I die.
Mia, Levy, last chance saloon. If it doesn't work out, Levy needs to keep out of football matters. Yeah, look.
The problem is, if we say last chance saloon, but what do you mean? We don't have control. He's not going to leave. He's not going to leave because the fans say it's his last chance. I hate to break it to you, but that's not going to be the case. But I understand what you mean, that people are getting more and more fed up with him. Absolutely. He needs to back away from it.
Yeah. Look, we got a lot of people in. Look, this was only going to be a short show anyway because of we're back on later at 4 o'clock, Philip, aren't we, with Newsbeat? So we're going to do a more complete show on that. But that is the breaking news. I'll give it to you now. The breaking news is understand that Tottenham Hotspur have finally reached a verbal agreement with Ange, being told it will be a 2-year deal with an option including for a further season, so potentially valid until June 2026. Next step to get it done, find a way with Celtic. Any sort of words before we go? Because we are back later at 4 when you speak, Philip. So what do you reckon?
I think that is a good day for Tottenham. A bad day for Celtic, but they'll get over it. They'll still win the league next year, whoever they bring in. And let's hope that Postecoglou can keep his trophy-winning sequence going when he comes south. And I must say, I'm really, really buzzing for next season. Whereas this day last week, I couldn't give a toss. It would never happen.
No. Carl Sensen, big up Dermot for the breaking news and the cockerel clock. Clock.
Oh, close. You nearly got him.
We see you, Carl Simpson, in your naughty comments. We see you, Mr. Simpson.
We'll be flying high again soon. Look, thank you very much for that comment, Carl. Look, it's very kind of you. But we do feel, I mean, I got confused since I woke up this morning and it was like, I said to rung you, didn't I, Philip? Right, we need to get live. We need to break this.
Yeah.
And I rung Mia, right, get you linked up as well, Mia, so we can get you over because you've been on this morning. But look, guys, it's a great morning to be a Spurs fan.
Yep, it is. Indeed, it is. And all I'll say to Spurs fans, please, regardless what your feelings for Postecoglou are at this moment in time, get behind the manager. He is our new manager, and we deserve to give him every support until such time as we don't deserve to give him every support.
And Goffrey, sorry, says next hire the ladies manager. Ryan Mason, guys, do you think so?
No, that's it. It's just go back to Postecoglou a second. He doesn't normally bring his training team with him, so it'll be very interesting to see who will make up the coaching staff under his regime.
Yeah. It really would. Do you think Ryan Mason might get a job in there?
I think
he will. Yeah, I think he will.
I think there's some championship teams that are interested in Mason. I think he needs to go elsewhere to learn his trade, if I'm honest. I really do.
He might decide, though, that his knowledge of the club might help Ange get settled in right. So they may want to keep him. Whether he stays or not, it's up to Ryan Mason, really. You know?
Is there anyone from Celtic management team you bring, Philip? Because he's got a good team up there.
He's got Harry Kuehl there, but I don't know whether he'd be a good addition to the thing or not. I don't know. I don't know the rest of them now.
Audie Austin says Phil Neville for the ladies team. That's not a bad shout, actually. No, seriously. I don't think that's a bad shout.
Yes, I think Phil Neville might be setting his sights on a men's team now somewhere. I think, you know?
Yeah, but he managed the women's England's under ladies team.
Well, that's true. He did. Yeah,
he's managed. I know he's been in Miami managing at the MLS, but what would you reckon to that, Mia? Phil Neville for the ladies team.
Do you know what? I'm going to be a bit maybe controversial here, but we don't have enough women managing in football, like on the women's level. I think we should give it to another woman. I know that might be a controversial take, but women haven't broken into the men's team yet, and I feel like that we need to encourage more women managers.
Yep.
Yeah, and the audio says Beckham did sack him last week. I bet
he
you
did,
that was uncomfortable conversation.
That was a nice phone call.
To have. Yeah, but listen, guys, we're going to end it there. Look, so this was only a quick stream, but we are back up 4 with Newsbeat. Well, it's not going to be Newsbeat. It's actually called. It's going to be Ange Beat.
I hope you get some Greek music going. I want some Greek music and everything.
Yeah. It's all but the Greek will be in the background.
Will you be joining us as a joint show later?
Yeah, I can do. Why not?
Yeah, well,
People are going to get bored of me soon talking, I swear.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
not
listen,
at all. Not at all.
not at all.
Can
Listen,
I just say, this? We actually got through a program without mentioning Christian Romero.
That's true.
Yes. Oh, we're going to mention him now because apparently there's a job in case he, to shower him down, and I'll take that job happily.
Of course you will. Yeah. Right. And the poll is closed. I only got 34 votes because we've only been going a little while anyway. But are you happy we got Ange? 73% say yes, 26% say no.
Yeah,
but we
that's
will be
about-
back.
Yeah.
You go on, Philip.
No, that's about the way I see it. About 3/4 once and 1/4 done.
I don't know what that comment's meant to imply, but I'm just saying that I feel like that there's not enough encouragement for women managers, and I feel like that we should maybe encourage that more so in our women's game than to let a man come in and do a job. Do you know what I mean? In a women's league. And there's nothing offensive to a man. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not offensive to a man, but it's just I feel like that.
Right.
Hang on. Just let me hang on, guys. Just Mia, give your channel a plug. I'm just seeing I might have another bit of breaking news here. So
if you don't know, then give your head a wobble. Go over to Spurs Between the Lines. I do content like lives, I do shorts, I do videos. I'm going to have actually a very special guest on in a couple of weeks' time, not this week, next week. So look out for that. I'm not going to reveal who it is yet, but it is somebody I feel like is a very good guest to have on. So yeah, come
Mia,
over.
sorry, I don't mean to break you. I have the latest Ange news. And this is the very latest I've got. Ange has agreed to leave Celtic for Tottenham. That is the breaking news.
Job done. So
that is one I've just got about 30 seconds ago. I didn't mean to cut over you, Mia. I'm very, very sorry. Carl's saying, Dermot, I was trying to actually get your attention with the hands waving, but that didn't work out. That was the do you remember that film years ago? What was its name? I forget the name. I don't know. I'm talking gibberish.
I'm just checking here, Dermot, if my favorite TV channel has got anything about it.
Yeah, but anyway, it says Island New Live News, and my source always puts good funny stuff in for me. But Mia, Ange has agreed to leave Celtic for Tottenham.
Excellent news.
That's brilliant news, isn't it?
I'm so happy.
Well, Dermot, you have it ahead. You have it ahead of Sky. Sky don't even have it yet. They're talking about some Australian fast bowlers doing something or other. Anyway.
Dermot, time for an Australian tattoo. Who is with me? I'm gonna get. Yeah. So listen, we'll be back later. We've got so much more breaking news to come. I know this is going to be breaking and breaking and breaking. So we will be back. Look,
a bit like the plate's going to be at Hotspur Way.
Yeah.
With Ange gets the ump.
We'll try to get Paul on later if we can. We'll. What do you reckon, Philip? A couple of hours we need. I'll come back on a bit earlier than 4.
Well, we'll wait and see. We'll play it by ear and see how it goes over the next hour or so.
Yeah.
All Sky I've got at the moment is Tottenham striker Harry Kane has emerged as Real Madrid's number 1 target. Of course, they had that before they had the manager thing.
Yeah, well,
we'll come back whenever. Come back. Keep it fluid. Keep it fluid.
Yeah, this is the other thing we are going to talk about later is the Harry Kane situation. So this is the other news I got this morning, but we will talk more about that later. We've got a lot. Yeah, please, everyone, get over to Spurs Between Lines. Again, Mia, I apologize. Hang on. Philip, do you want to talk about this? Because I've got more news coming in. So this is actually breaking as we're talking. So you, Mia, talk about whatever for a few minutes while I sort this out. If you can carry on.
Lovely weather we're having, isn't it?
with this. God, sorry.
I think it's I always think things were going to happen today because Postecoglou, he dropped the hint on Saturday that he's going away with his family tomorrow. So you can be sure he wasn't going to go off on holidays until the future was sorted out. And now it appears to have been sorted out.
Joe, do you know what, right, Philip? I was watching some people this morning and I was getting really mad at them with the disrespect that Ange was getting. Honestly, I was getting so annoyed. I was proper getting annoyed. And I just think to myself, and it's rival fans, but it's also some of our fans. And I just think to myself, we need to give this guy an opportunity, a chance. We can't judge him just because of his name. If he had some fancy name, people would think differently on him. And I think it's really unfair. And people use like, but Gerrard come from Scotland and he didn't do well. But Gerrard didn't have the experience that Postecoglou's got.
Exactly.
So it's silly. It's a silly comparison.
Right.
I'll tell you one thing. Go on, Dominic.
I look at the three most successful Scottish managers: Bill Shankly, Sir Alex Ferguson, and who was the third one? I mentioned him Saturday. Kenny Dalglish.
Kenny Dalglish.
You look, it does work. You can come from Scotland, and look, I know Jock Stein didn't work out. I know Stephen Gerrard. Stephen Gerrard argument's a stupid argument, to be fair, because he hasn't had experience like a Sir Alex Ferguson, like a Bill Shankly, like a Kenny Dalglish. So, I agree with you guys. The latest I've got is we're just waiting for the official announcement now. It is keeping within the 24 to 48 hours time frame, but it could be sooner.
Like I said, he's on holidays tomorrow. It'll be announced before tomorrow.
Yeah.
But can I just say one thing about this, about the fans that don't want Postecoglou coming down?
Pick up
Football Manager has an awful lot to answer for. Because there's guys that go on the Football Manager, fans of all teams, that manage the teams on Football Manager. I think they can do a better job than the actual guys that are in the real world. I think that's why Postecoglou is getting the bad press, because I can do better than him. I never heard of him before. What's he ever done? Celtic are only a Mickey Mouse team up in Scotland. This guy will do wonders for Tottenham, and I'd be very, very surprised if he doesn't.
Right, yeah. Sorry, I've got so much news coming in all the time, guys. I don't mean to. I'm listening, Philip. Just very quickly,
This is a very good comment here from a new person in Stomp City. As a Chelsea and Celtic supporter, I will say that Ange will probably save your club. You've had the best manager and burned them. Ange will not put up with crap from anyone. That's exactly what we've been saying all day. That's a great comment. Great comment.
And also, Aussie Adam here. Hi, all from Australia. Don't be surprised. And Big Ange brings Harry Kewell with him into Celtic last year, but won't be tied to them and will follow Ange. Look, this is breaking all the time. We've gone, Philip. No offense. There's 85 people in the house now.
I see that.
So look, we should we keep going, guys, or what do we do? Do we come back later?
Well, keep going for a few minutes, because the way this is breaking now, it's coming.
Yeah,
it's good to hear insights and real proper people who understand about football speak about Ange and what he's done. And I feel like it's good because we're getting so many people being so negative and the negative connotations towards him. But people who actually watch his football, people who actually support Celtic, are gutted for him to go because they know what he has done. So I feel like that he will do that at Tottenham. I really do.
We've got Stump saying, as a Londoner living in Australia, I will be glad to watch Tottenham come back into the top 5 in the Premier League. Well, big up, Stumpsy.
Big up, that's great.
Big up.
I love his attitude. Really, really do. Big up, sir.
I'm a massive fan of your work.
Oh, do you know him, Mia?
No, I was saying obviously his work is in what he's writing.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Mia. I don't know. I love your new thumbnail, by the way.
That's my new logo.
And this is our new logo as well, done by Mia. So thank you so much, Mia, for all the work you do for us. Right, hang on. Just talk among yourselves for a minute. So I've just got to go and take this phone call. This is breaking news.
This is from Aussie Adam. It says Harry Kewell worked very hard with Daisies and Maeda at Celtic this year and improved them significantly. He wanted to work with wingers that play Ange's style. Yeah, I mean, Harry Kewell was a decent goal scorer when he was here for Leeds, I think, most of the time. And Liverpool, I think he played for as well. So, that Dyson is actually a very good player for Celtic. He really is. So, this one, Kate Boxall. Okay, breaking news. Ange's revealed he wears Spurs pajamas. Very good. Yes, indeed. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Beyond 72 saying, I don't have nothing against him, but I just wish the club would show the same ambition for the football side that brought Guns N' Roses and Beyonce. Yeah, listen, this has been a much discussed point on the concerts and the extracurricular activity. that money brings money into the club. Now it
It's a
needs to be used for the
separate-
playing side. It's a
It's the
separate
thing
thing
is,
altogether.
it's a separate entity. It's nothing to do with the what it doesn't affect us because we don't. It's the times when we're not using it. So I don't know why people get so het up about it. It brings in money, and I do agree we need to have better ambition on the pitch. But better ambition isn't spending loads of money. It's spending it correctly and getting it correct. That's
Like
the difference.
Beyonce just finished 5 nights at the stadium last night. 238,000 people saw her. You know that. Look at the revenue that's brought into us.
Yeah. Well, listen, guys, I will break it now. Ange Postecoglou, right, will become.
Postecoglou.
Yeah, thank you, Mia. I hate people when they do that, but never mind. Thank you. Will become.
To teach you to do it right. That's all.
I know. I just So don't. Yeah, fair enough. I understand that. Will become the next Spurs manager. Look, we've got 102 people watching us. Hit that like button. Hit that subscription button. Get your memberships, and also if you want to jump ahead, the chat is pumping. Get your super chats in as well. Look, Ange is our next manager, Philip. Look.
Yeah.
With all the news that's happening today, we've got more news. It's been confirmed now by Fab, a verbal agreement, which is more or less he's becoming our manager. David Osteen as well has confirmed it as well. We were the first to break it. To be fair, we were on the straight on this. So, guys, look, I'm over the moon. This is great news for Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. And Ozzy's saying, "Get Kyogo, please."
Yeah,
Bring
exactly.
him.
Yeah.
Bring him.
Yeah.
I love that fella. I love that. I mean, I'll start with you, Mir, in this. Mir, he's a little wildfire. He really is.
He really is. I think he'd be brilliant at Tottenham, and because he also, don't forget, we need players that are going to play Ange's way, and he knows how to play Ange's way already. So it won't be like he's new to Postecoglou. He will be able to play him straight away exactly how he plays. So it's perfect.
Yeah. Philip, I mean, I've said to you this morning, how many more Celtic players would you bring with Ange? And look, we've got Harry Kewell coming. We've got Kyogo. Kyogo.
Yeah.
How many more? I would bring Jota, as Mia said this morning. Who would you bring?
Yeah, Kyogo, definitely. I'd bring Matt Riley, the guy who used to play for Wycombe Wanderers before he went up to Celtic. And there's another guy. There's another. His name went through earlier. I just can't remember it now. Jota as well. I wouldn't overload the place with them, but I bring maybe 2 or 3 Celtic players then.
Yeah. And Godfrey, he says, Kewell, Strachan, Kennedy, and the data analysts will follow Ange compensation deal to be discussed.
Yeah, that's unusual. He doesn't normally, because these are guys he's formed into a team at Celtic. So there's probably every reason why he might bring someone in with him, you know?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's great. I mean, I'm over the moon this morning. We've got Daniel Sandoval, big up Daniel, One Love and Purple Heart. Please, everyone get over to Spurs Between the Lines and hit that like button. Hit it here as well. Lynch 6 says no Carter Vickers. I do you know what? I sort of agree with that.
No. And can I use this comment? Peter M puts up a very good comment there about signing a Japanese player will raise our fan base in Japan. And Japan has got a huge market for soccer fans. Look what Korea's happened. Look what happened in Korea when we signed Son. So I think Levy will be up to bringing in 1 or 2 Japanese players to increase their revenue streams out in Japan.
Yeah, that's true. Mia, we've got next level English Nuno all over again. I don't agree with that.
No,
I don't agree.
Mia, what do you say in that?
What I would say is that Nuno plays a negative style of football. I just don't believe that actually all these managers that we were linked to were actually managers that we wanted. So I don't think he's like 8th choice. The managers that haven't been exciting to us most recently are Redknapp, Joel and Poch. None of them excited any of you. I can't imagine any of you excited about them. However, look how they turn out, and they're our most loved managers. Just remember that.
Philip, he says an awful appointment. So
yeah, but it looks to me as if a lot of the fans have written the guy off before he even starts, which is crazy. I mean, you've got to give the guy time to. You can't dismiss him out of hand because you don't like what you've seen or you don't think he's been managing a strong enough league.
Also,
this guy will be good.
Next level English. Do you know? Do you rate Brighton because he was linked to Brighton? Do you rate Man City because he was linked to Man City? I can't understand if you don't feel like he's a rated manager that they would want him.
Who would you like? That's what I want to know. Next level English. Who would
Yeah,
you
who would
like
you
to see
like?
in the? Yeah.
Realistically though, not any random one that we're not going to get.
No, we've got Peter Spellbound. Hi, it would have been my wife's birthday on Wednesday. Had a bet on the post in April. Had a couple of pounds on him at 16-1. Flat cap. Well, big up, Peter. Well done, sir. Really, really pleased for you. And look, I again, we send our condolences on your wife as well. And look, we're thinking of you at this sad time. But big up, Peter. It's great seeing the chat. Stump City says, we will be amazing at home. Some players will become giants under Ange. Others will move on. Philip, right. And Aussie Dream also says here, Kennedy is a defensive coach, crucial for coaching in inverted wing backs.
Yeah.
How do you think Ange will set us up for next season?
Well, he'll do a 4-3-3, variations of, depending on when we have the ball and when we haven't. And I think it'll be an interesting ride. I mean, we're not going to have any boring sitting back waiting for the other team to come at us football. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So I think what we're going to see is more of the same. Whenever Celtic play, that's the way Tottenham are going to play.
Yeah.
With the same end results, hopefully.
Yeah. We've got Terry Dixon, Celtic fan here. You will absolutely love Ange. And listen, look, apart from Spurs, Celtic are massive.
Yeah,
on my heart
Celtic.
as well.
We love Celtic.
We do love Celtic. And the way that you've been playing over the last few years with Ange, it's really whetted my appetite. I cannot wait. Oh God, 10. He says Ange has the personality. He enjoys the media, and the players play for him. Nuno hated the media conferences. Ange plays great football, and that's another good point as well.
Yeah.
I mean, Next Level says, remember Walter Smith? He won 7 titles at Rangers, including multiple doubles and trebles. Was awful in the Premier League. Now they got Everton relegated. I'll start with this one with you, Mia, and then I'll go to you, Philip, if that's all right. Mia, what do you say to
I would say that it's easy to keep using the ones that haven't worked out and not to remember the ones that have.
Yeah. For that, Peter M says, nice shorts, Philip.
Yeah, thanks. Didn't mean them to be saying. No.
Look, what do you say to Next Level English? Look, we know there's managers that have come down, Philip, haven't been successful, but look at the ones that have. Sir Matt Busby, Bill Shankly, Sir Alex Ferguson, Kenny Dalglish, who came down as a player and a manager.
Yeah.
Do you know, you got managers going the other way. Okay, Steven Gerrard didn't work out well at Aston Villa. But it does work. You just got to give him time, haven't you?
Yeah. I mean, this is the guy has been dismissed before he dismissed before he even starts. I mean, it's what I want. People have got maybe prejudices against Postecoglou. Can I ask them, just put it to the back of your mind. Just leave him, let him come in, let him do his job. And in 6 months' time, if you don't like what he's done or we're not made any progress, then come along and we'll say, fair enough, you were right, we were wrong. But give the guy a chance. Everybody should start with a clean sheet. And comparing to Walter Smith, you cannot compare people like that, really.
No.
When Walter Smith was very successful at Rangers, we know that, right? Maybe Everton weren't the right team for him to go to. We don't know. And he may have got them relegated. Well, nearly every Everton manager's nearly been relegated in recent seasons. So that's no big deal. But let's just give the guy a chance. And if he doesn't work out, well, we'll put our hands up and say, we were wrong, you were right. Somehow, I don't think that's going to be the case, though.
No. I mean, Mia, I am so buzzing now that he is to become our new manager. What do you say to Lee Ritchie? Said, if it is Ange, we can't expect miracles right away. We have to be patient. I'd be very happy with some good football, just finishing in the top 6 next season and maybe having a run in the Cups. And is it right to see, look, we've got to give him a chance. No manager is really successful the first season, Mia, but give him the right tools, give him the right money, let him get in his own players, get rid of the deadwood. We could see a very, very exciting time. And I'll tell you one thing. I've been saying it now since Saturday in Ange We Trust. I love Ange. I'm just so buzzing he's become my manager.
Do you know what? Lee Richards is absolutely spot on. We have to have a realistic expectation. We have to understand it is going to take time, and we have to be patient. And then we're going to enjoy the football while we're doing that. While he's building what he's building, we are going to have enjoyable games again. Does not everybody not want that? I can't wait to be excited to watch my team again. I can't wait. I'm buzzing about that.
I mean, look, loads of people are I'm
Also,
trying to.
can I just say, everybody's now ranting and raving about how great Arteta is. What experience did Arteta have? He had none. He wasn't a manager before. So when you look at Postecoglou, he's got experience. So you can be buzzing saying, oh, look at Arteta, how good he's done. And you think an experienced manager like Postecoglou is not going to do well in our league when the Cone man came in and done well, even though he did bottle it twice. But, you know. Whatever.
Yeah. Well, we don't talk about them down the road because they're just bottlers. I mean, this is them this morning. This is Arsenal bottles. But Philip, look, Colin says Walter Smith only won things in Scotland. Ange has won things everywhere he's gone. From under 16s to first team football, he won stuff with Australia national team. He went into J League, won stuff there. I mean, look, a lot of people. Next level English. I mean, look, thanks for the comments. This is the guy will be 58. So why do you think he's never managed a single game in the top league? Well, I think the Scottish League is one of the top leagues in Europe, if I'm not corrected. The reason for that is we're not a small club to take a punt on an old man. I mean, Philip, what do you say? I know, look, you're not going to have every van behind on this.
Well, to be honest, I find parts of that post slightly offensive now, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Refer to him as an old man. He's not an old man. He's an experienced man, right? And so the fact that he hasn't managed in England before, so what? Nagelsmann's never managed in England. Pochettino hadn't managed in England until the year before he took us up. So, the guy, you see an ingrown hatred for Postecoglou before he's even started. So I'll tell you what, you come back to us at Christmas and we'll see who's going to be right or not.
Yeah. I mean, big up to Stump City. Peter M says getting a new manager and it's always a bit of a gamble, which it is, guys. No manager.
Yeah, of course it is, yeah.
A gamble. But Ange is experienced and has improved every team he's managed. Look, he got Australia football and minnow to the 2014 and 2018 World Cups.
Yeah.
And Mia, what do you say? It's true though, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it is true. It is very true. I feel like the Eddie manager, like we say, is a bit of a gamble. We're not at the level to get these elite managers. And when we do get these elite managers, it doesn't work. So for me, we had in the past, our best managers that we talk about are the ones that actually were the unknown managers, really. So I'm all on board. I'm on board the Postecoglou train. Choo-choo!
So am I. Do you know, get Ange in. Stomp City says, next level English, your comments are rubbish, purely meant to cause offense. Look, everyone's entitled to their opinion. And me and Philip are very big on that, aren't we, Philip? That everyone's entitled to. But I still think, look, it is next. A few people, look, just no, I don't want it in the chat that picking on somebody. If you don't agree with his comment, that's fair enough. Just ignore it if you don't agree with it. I get people talk to each other, but we try to let everyone have an opinion on this.
Just keep the opinions respectful. Don't start calling managers old men and being a bit, do you know what I mean, towards it, because that's not very fair, in my opinion. So keep it respectful.
I'm 46. Philip's older than me. No disrespect to you, Philip. And I can understand. I can understand you taking offence to that.
Yeah,
I really can.
Well, somebody put a comment there. Roy Hodgson is 75 and he's still managing in the Premiership.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
John Smith, big up John. He says 20. I love his YouTube picture. That looks like either a Smiths or an REM picture for an album. It really does. It's cool. I love it. It says it's all something, darling. I'd love to know what that is. Let me know, John. But it's brilliant. 26% of Spurs fans, guys, need to wake up and get informed and back a really great manager.
Yeah.
Look, Philip, how excited are you this morning that Ange is coming? Like, we saw you and me been raving. Well, we've been talking about Celtic, how well Celtic have been playing all season, haven't we? And
Yep.
Paul is been raving about this man for months.
Yeah, Paul was speaking about him before. We really went on board. He's been on since the day Conte was sacked. He's been wanting Postecoglou in, you know. And at that stage, we thought, well, no, he's third or fourth in the list. But now we've got him. I think I'm absolutely delighted. I think it's going to be a great future for Tottenham.
I have sent him a message. I have sent him the link. I don't think he's seen it yet. But look, give me 2 minutes. I'll come back. I want to get him on before we go off. So give me 2 minutes. Just go through some of the chat, guys.
Yeah, okay.
And I'll see.
Mia, can you see where the chat finishes there?
I don't know where we actually were, but let me
I'll
have
go
a
back.
little.
Apologies if I miss it. I've got them now.
Yep.
I'm going to leave out the comments about the controversial ones, so I'll just go for the more simple ones. From Clement is saying get Postecoglou in.
It looks like we have.
Yeah, it looks like we're there now, and
get Kylie and Jason at the stadium singing especially for you.
That's it. Trey Dickerson saying Gerrard saw the writing on the wall when Ange came in and abandoned ship to Villa. Yes, indeed.
And Joe, what the other Aussie that I love is a bit of Chris Hemsworth. I'm not going to lie, my other favourite Australian.
Right. There you are now. There you are. And Harris Nescott Athletic. That's a new name on the chat. You're very welcome in. Postecoglou will go on a week's holidays with family. Then you have his full attention. He's a workaholic. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. He'll come back from his holiday straight into it. And which is great because we're going to have a proper pre-season now, you know.
Yeah, that's it.
And John Smith saying a big productive hand grenade is coming. Well, that's good. If it blows away some of the dead wood, then we'll all be delighted with that.
That's it.
And he's coming. He's coming.
Here we go. What's the latest?
He's
I
coming.
bet he's buzzing.
He's coming. Oh, Paul is coming from the thunder from down under. Mark 2 is coming. Yeah.
Is he coming in? All right.
I'm absolutely. Listen, as 169 of you in the house watching, hit that like button, hit that subscription button, please. If you grab your memberships, they're only $2.99. They're cheaper than Netflix. You get more for your money here. And also, if you want to get ahead of the chat is absolutely pumping. Get it into a super chat. It does help the channel grow. It does help us doing that. Mia. Just quickly, let me bring in the thunder from down under, the man who's been banging on about this. Paul, you must be bouncing around your flat this morning with this news.
Yeah, my voice is a bit gone because I was at a rugby league game shouting yesterday. So, but yeah, I've been pretty much just searching for Postecoglou on Twitter every 5 seconds and waiting for the official thing. So it's not official yet, but I mean it's looking pretty much like a done deal, isn't it? Verbal agreement or something.
This is the news I got this morning, Paul, and I've got it confirmed as well that it is a done deal basically. So that's why we're breaking it.
Paul, we were just commenting there earlier that you've been banging Postecoglou's drum long before anybody else was.
Yeah.
And so always say it's fair dues to you, man. You've got us our manager and you've got your manager.
I know. It's like the first time since Terry Venables I've got my first choice, you know. Not that we haven't had good managers, but like Venables I was very excited about back then. And Postecoglou, like as everyone has been getting a little bit more disheartened, like Nagelsmann no, Slot no. I've been thinking, Ange's hat is still in the ring. This is cool, man. Yeah. I'll tell you what, man, get ready to enjoy being a Spurs fan again. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. You're going to feel such spirit around the club. People will be connected with the team again. It's just brilliant. I'm still waiting because Tottenham can always still fuck this up. You know, this is Tottenham we're talking about.
No, it is.
I'm waiting for the picture of the corner flag.
Actually, Sky have got it. Sky have just announced it here.
Oh, what?
Yeah, Celtic have given permission for Spurs to talk to Postecoglou. That's as far as Sky have it.
Right, so it's not done. It's not done, man. I know it's close, but I'm waiting.
Paul, we are so far ahead of Sky. It is funny. we broke this about, haven't we, Mia?
Yeah.
We broke this nearly an hour ago.
Well, I mean, I've been banging on his drum because I've seen him in action for 20 years. I'm pretty sure that if other people over there had seen what I'd seen, they'd come to the same conclusion, and they'll find out soon enough anyway. Hey, Phil, how you going, man?
Morning,
How you doing?
How are you this morning? So making your debut on Thfc till I die.
Thank you very much. How are you guys doing?
I'm not too bad.
I am buzzing, absolutely buzzing this morning. How are you? Are you buzzing?
Yeah, good. Yeah, I think it's the right appointment. To be honest with you, I think Ange Postecoglou is a no-nonsense manager, and I think he'll get these players into shape. I think he's the type of manager we need. His knowledge of the Premier League is still yet to be, out there yet, but we need to give him a chance as a fan base. We need to give him that time, and I believe he will get us to where we want to be and where we should be.
Yeah. I mean, any latest there, Philip? You're looking up at your telly. I'm looking up my phone constantly because the source I'm getting is the news I'm getting. Mia, do you want to talk a bit? Because this is evolving every few minutes.
I was going to ask, like, Philip and Phil and Paul, like, do you? Because a lot of people were obviously slating it and saying that it's not a good manager. He's like not good enough. How do you guys feel about it when obviously people say it? Because it does make me a bit angry because I feel like that they're judging him before he's even come in, you know?
Oh, fuck them. They'll learn. They'll learn.
I love Paul's attitude. He's like, Sodom.
Yeah.
Scott, Ange has been through all this shit before when he joined Celtic.
He has, yeah.
He won't care. Like his first press conference, he'll win like 99% of the people over, and then we'll take it from there.
I'm just watching Sky Sports here. They just announced that Celtic are given permission for Spurs to talk to Postecoglou, and he's also saying that the Celtic fans have gone from sheer elation on Saturday after winning the treble to sheer despair this morning. They're going to lose their manager. So
I just I was just watching a Celtic channel not so long ago, the Celtic Way. And they've moved on. They've moved on so quick, man. They're saying, after Ange is going, we can't call him Ange anymore. It's Postecoglou now. They're like, they know he's gone. They're just looking, who's next?
He was loved there, weren't he? Massively.
Incredibly was, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see at Spurs,
Yeah. Seb saying
top. His stats here. Let's read out his stats.
Hang on, Philip. I'm getting a bit of feedback from someone.
Not from me, anyway. I think they've gone. They had the stats up on the screen there, but they've gone now. They've gone to screen.
Sorry, Philip. I was going to be. What do you reckon it's from, Philip?
I don't know what's from.
The news over here. I watch the evening news here, and this is how Australia regards football. Ange wasn't even mentioned. This is the first Australian football coach that has broken out, and he's done an incredible. Even no matter what happens now, for him to become a Premier League manager of a big club is a huge achievement for an Australian, and they're not even talking about here because it's seen as a migrant sport, and they don't care about it in Australia.
Yeah, I think the one big thing for me with Ange is.
No, you're okay. Sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I was just trying to sort out the feedback, but I think I've sorted it out now. Sorry.
Yeah, the one big thing for me is with bringing Ange Postecoglou in is him to unite the fans again, unite the fans and unite the whole team and the club. That was the whole big thing for me with getting this manager in. I like his style of play. I like the way he comes across with his players. Even in training sessions, I've watched a YouTube clip of him doing a training session at Celtic, and the way he just speaks to his players and gives them criticism, but constructive criticism. And I think that comes across to the players really well. And we need to get rid of a lot of dead wood at this club, and I think he is the man to do that and expose the players that aren't good enough for this club.
Mia, Francis Logan says you're lucky to get a great manager. Celtic 2, West Ham 6. Rangers were beating Real Madrid. I don't actually get that message. Do you want to read that out, Mia, or am I reading that out wrong?
You're lucky to get a great manager. Celtic 2, West Ham 6. The Rangers were beating Real Madrid the same weekend, and we, Celtic, won the league.
Yeah.
Okay. And also, just to confirm, the person that said about the grey hair in the chat, I haven't quite got grey hair yet, so I'm the odd one out on that one.
Yeah. This is the grey. I don't know what people got. Grey hair comes with experience and thing. But anyway.
Ange Postecoglou is proud of his grey thinning hair, not like Conte, the hair transplant wizard.
Peter M says football is basically a game developed by. What do you want to take this comment?
Yeah, football is basically a game developed by immigrants from Europe, and exemplifies this. Aussie football has made a huge strides in recent years and have joined the Asian Federation for more competition.
Yeah, I mean, Philip, do you want to start on this?
Yeah, just one tick there. Can you go somewhere? I'm just amending something here. You just ask somebody else that question if you don't mind, just for a second.
Okay, go on then, Paul. You start with this one.
Yeah, I mean that's true. Australian football, it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Sometimes our national team at the moment is in pretty good shape, and yeah, we moved from Oceania to Asia because Oceania didn't have a guaranteed World Cup place, and now it does, and it's really easy to qualify. So we have to go through Asia now. But yeah, the national team's doing all right. National League is still a bit average, I think, not great. But that's because it's just not a popular sport here.
No. And look, John Smith said because he's an Aussie, football in this country never recognised Aussie football managers. Nobody gave them an opportunity except Celtic. And Phil, it's true though, isn't it? He went to Celtic. He's like the Arsene Wenger, isn't he? Like when Arsene Wenger came to Arsenal all them years ago, nobody gave him a chance. Well, who's Arsenal? Look what he did. What he did.
Yeah. I mean, another example of a manager who we didn't know before he came to the Premier League was De Zerbi. You know, he was in the Italian league. Was it Sassuolo he was at, or some lower league team in Italy? So, you know, he come to Brighton and he's taken them forward. You know, Potter had that structure there, but he took Brighton to another level after that. You know, and I believe Ange Postecoglou can do that at Tottenham. You know, he can get us, you know, structured and getting us playing attacking football again, which Tottenham fans love, and I think he'll get the fans on his side.
Yeah, Paul, I want you to answer this question for me. I mean, this fella's been putting stuff into the chat now, and he says, "I can't believe the level of delusions and how low our ambitions have sunk. We should have been appointing the best managers and players." Paul, look, you are big. I mean, I know what you're thinking as well, Phil. On this, I've sort of agreed. I think everyone agrees on this one. But Paul,
well, I think Ange is the best.
You're the Ange man. What do you say?
Ange is the best. Look, we've tried Mourinho and Conte, totally unsuited to Tottenham Hotspur. I think Ange is the best fit. But as far as lack of ambition, I don't think you've seen much of Ange because he's full of it, and he's gonna push us where he'll push us to who knows. But to say this is a lack of ambition, I mean, what manager do you want? You know, I just don't get it, man. I think you can only win what you're in, and he's won everything he's been in, and I think he's going to do great for us. You'll come round, mate. You'll come round.
We've got a lot of Celtic fans in the chat, and they're saying that we've struck gold. You know, Philip. I mean, as I say, we've watched a lot of Celtic this season. We rave about how Celtic play. Yeah. They must be crying into their beers this morning.
Yeah. They are. I mean, okay, I know they're now calling him Postecoglou rather than Ange, but they are the real Celtic fans. You can see it on Saturday.
Yeah,
at the trophy presentation, the fans were celebrating the fact they won the trophy, but they're also commiserating on themselves that they lost their manager. They know what was going to happen. I mean, the body language was there. They knew he was gone on Saturday. But the fact that Celtic play. Oh no, listen, it's got to be tempered. They're playing Inverness, Caledonian Thistle, and Bonnie Ring Rovers, whatever you want to call the Scottish team. The standard is he's moving up a league when it comes to standards. Absolutely. But there's no reason to believe he cannot get our players to perform at a level and a type of football that Tottenham fans demand that we haven't had for the past couple of seasons.
Yeah.
We want to see our teams on the front foot, not back foot. And that's one thing we're going to get with him.
Yeah. There is a bit of feedback coming from someone. I don't know who it's coming from. So I just...
Yeah, I can hear it as well, all right?
Oh, there. Phil, can you log out and log back in again?
Yeah, of course.
If you don't mind doing that. It's just as a bit of feedback. Good man. So we'll see in a few minutes, Phil. Guys, Daniel House says it should have been Nagelsmann. Imagine the players' faces seeing him arrive at Hotspur way, but no mad at Ange. Only worry is it will be like Bielsa at Leeds, i.e. good attacking but shipping goals. Who wants to take this first?
I think the problem with Bielsa at Leeds, Bielsa's training regimes were so intense that the team was knackered come the end of a match. They did such a high press and everything, But one thing, I'd say those first couple of seasons of Bielsa was at Leeds, they were a good watch. They were a good watch,
Mia?
So I wouldn't knock it.
I don't think he's actually shipped that many goals. I think there was someone who put it on one of the groups this morning. I couldn't find it. But actually the goals conceded isn't as many as what people actually believe. Actually.
Terry Dixon
their goal difference was plus 80, so I don't think we've got to worry about it too much.
Terry Dixon says real Celtic fans are wishing Ange well. We can't wait to see how he does with a much bigger budget. Really excited football ahead for Spurs fans. And this is it, isn't it? It's exciting.
There we go.
I'm just buzzing, really, really buzzing. Well, listen,
it's good to see, man. It's good to see because it was a dismal season, but the smiles are starting to return already. It's great.
Megan Horn, big